I start every single day with 4 essential herbs. 1 signals to my brain to produce the perfect ratio of testosterone. 1 that fully replenishes me and brings nutrient-rich blood flow throughout my entire body. 1 that heals and optimizes every cell in my body, providing them with their protector. And 1 that provides the ability to be cool under pressure and fully capitalize on one of the most important moments of my day, which is recovery. So just 4 herbs to solve all of your problems and reach all of your goals? Well, let's be clear. Your daily actions dictate that. How you eat, how you talk to yourself, the goals you set, the steps you take to achieve them, the community you surround yourself with, the time you spend doing uncomfortable things. But let's be honest, these things are hard. Keyword uncomfortable. And there's a reason that the results of these actions, such as 6-pack abs, feeling confident, financial success and freedom, the ability to take care of yourself, to find deep, passionate love, and most importantly, to be fulfilled and happy in life, is also sought after because it's so hard. But we have technology. We have these incredible enhancements that nature has provided to us that sets you right up for success and allows you to feel good, to look after your health, to fit in if that's what you'd like to do. And of course, it's going to take work no matter how you cut it. But what if you could make that work just a little bit easier? To give your body an extra boost and allow it to do what it needs to do more efficiently. Now, we are not talking about the limitless pill here. We're talking about actual beneficial compounds that can positively impact your life today, with science-backed, side-effect-free proof for almost anyone. And that is where these 4 herbs come in. These are the herbs that I personally take every single day to continue to take action, to continue to look after my family, to provide and take care of my health, challenge myself to learn and grow. And it starts with an herb that has over 15 high-impact clinical trials done, 10 of which are the gold standard, which is double-blind placebo and randomized control trials. But that herb is not actually the main star here. To be honest, none of them are actually the star. They all play an incredibly important and crucial role. And even better, they all work together synergistically. Plus, there is an ultimate underrated herb here too, the 4th herb. It has a crucial role in an essential part of human function. This one is the one that almost every single man and woman should be taking. The first herb we're gonna get into is Tongkat Ali. Clinically shown to boost and balance natural testosterone levels. And the really interesting thing about testosterone is it makes effort feel good.
The major effect of testosterone is to make effort feel good.
Testosterone makes effort feel good.
Is that testosterone makes effort feel good?
Testosterone makes effort feel good.
Testosterone makes effort feel good.
The major mental effect of testosterone is it makes effort feel good.
And Tongkat Ali is not messing around with this either. This stuff has really been put under the scientific microscope when it comes to research. In the first study we'll cover, 32 men have been combined into a placebo group and an experimental group. The experimental group being the ones who took the Tongkat Ali. And the placebo group saw no significant difference before and after the 4 weeks. However, the Tongkat Ali group saw a 37% increase in total testosterone. That's about 200 nanograms per deciliter increase in only 4 weeks. And the next study was actually done in men who are hypergonadal, which means they had severely low levels of testosterone. It was a 6-month, double-blind, placebo-controlled, randomized trial with 45 androgen-deficient men. And they saw a 43% increase in total testosterone. And the men who exercised while taking Tongkat Ali saw a 48% increase in total testosterone. But what matters even more than total testosterone levels? That is free testosterone, which is the testosterone that is actually used by your body's cells. So now that we know that free testosterone is really king for actual results, check out this study that looked at just that. This placebo-controlled, double-blind, matched paired study had 32 healthy males aged 18 to 30. They took Tongkat Ali and saw highly significant results over the placebo. Their total testosterone increased by 15%. This is 124 nanograms per deciliter after just 2 weeks of taking the Tongkat Elite. And most importantly, their free testosterone increased 34% after just 2 weeks of taking the Tongkat Elite as well. All right, so when it comes to testosterone boosting, this stuff is potent and it acts fast. But now let's quickly talk about the sourcing of Tongkat Elite. Unfortunately, not all soils, strains, and environments that try to grow Tongkat Elite can ensure results like these. So where is the best Tongkat Elite grown? And that would be in the lush rainforests of Malaysia. That is where I personally get the Tongkat Elite for my 4-herb daily stack. And there is some serious reasoning behind this. Not only has Tongkat Elite naturally grown there for over 130 million years, but the soils and rainforests are also free of contamination and human pollution. Thanks to the hard work of the Malaysian government to protect this incredible asset from nature, sourcing it from here ensures quality, but also safety from pollutants and heavy metals. And not only that, but this is the only place in the world where you can get the Tongkat Elite with the bioactive 4.3 kilodalton peptide, known as the aphrodisiac peptide. And there are a few reasons for this. It's not just random that this happened. When it comes to the content of Tongkat Elite's active ingredients, these only actually become expressed in age. So settling for a Tongkat Elite that is less than 25 years of age will significantly reduce its potency and quality. And the Tongkat Elite you must avoid are the ones that are from China and Indonesia. This is where most US-based manufacturers source their incredibly cheap Tongkat Elite. And it's often sourced near coal mines, which means that this Tongkat Elite is more likely to contain high levels of mercury. So the ecosystem's high pollution here is really horrible, because not only are you going to be getting the low quality Tongkat Elite, but the pollution and the heavy metals also transfer to the end consumer, which is you. Plus, they do not have that bioactive peptide that we talked about earlier. And Malaysia's rainforests get tons of rainfall to keep that process natural as well. Because when nature is really thriving on its own, there's no need to mess with it. Mature Tongkat Elite trees over 25 years old must be the standard. This is also why the supply must be so important. And that is why when I choose my source, they must be from Tongkat Elite roots that are at least 25 years of age. And then there is the best way to consume this incredibly powerful herb, to make sure that you're getting all the beneficial compounds, from the ground to your mouth. The proven answer for Tongkat Elite specifically is getting it freeze-dried. This maintains the nutritional value, the color, the flavor, way better than any other way to prepare the herb. With modern technology and preservation techniques of freeze-drying, it keeps potency without spoiling, even longer than any of the existing ancient techniques, but containing all of the benefits. And in many companies, you will find spray dry over the freeze-dry option. The spray dry actually contains other compounds like maltodextrin and will actually not yield as stable of a powder, causing it to spoil or go rancid earlier than freeze drying. And they do this because usually spray drying is a lot easier and it's a lot cheaper and quicker. However, this harsh spray drying also uses high heat, which denatures the beneficial compounds and peptides, including the 4.3 kilodalton aphrodisiac marker. But the benefits for Tongkat Elite don't just stop there. I also take this to help boost sperm motility and concentration, a key marker in men's overall well-being and longevity. This study on 75 infertile males showed an increase of 65% sperm concentration from baseline. And then sperm motility actually improved by 95%. And let me tell you, this certainly worked for me, because I'm now a happy dad to an incredible baby. And to be honest, I didn't really even have to try. First shot, 100% hit rate. So why else do I have this incredible adaptogenic herb in my 4 herbs to take everyday stack? And that is for things like improve fat loss, as well as achieve a higher libido, and increased erectile function. All also markers of longevity and well-being. As this research study of 109 subjects concluded, those nearing the overweight category had significantly improved fat loss, as well as a higher libido and increased erectile function in the Tongkat-Ali group versus the control group. So I take this stuff to keep my sleek figure, and as well to keep me feeling energized and ready to rumble, baby. But what does it do regarding one of the biggest testosterone killers for men, excess cortisol? This study here measured salivary cortisol against placebo. And just after 4 weeks, the Tongkat-Ali group had 16% lower cortisol than the control group, who were taking the placebo. And having less debilitating stress means much more confidence and taking action. Now, of course, we know that testosterone gains correlates directly with strength and muscle mass gains, as well as fat loss. And yes, that is a big reason that I take it every day too. It makes those workouts really feel good to me, and I pack on muscle way faster. I can flex and really feel that muscle definition. All natty, baby. And this study also confirmed that notion. Tongkat-Ali supplementation significantly increased muscle strength in just 12 weeks compared to the placebo. So when it comes to the first herb of this 4-herb daily stack, it is very important to remember that water extract, no alcohol extract, just water extract, and freeze-dried, not spray-dried, is key here. Because with these alcohol extractions and spray drying, you're exposing the herb to high heat, which actually denatures the uripeptides. So I make sure to go with the good stuff, the ones that the studies before that I mentioned were actually using. Because not only do I want great clinically backed results, but I also want to make sure that I am safe and protected. And this next herb here really steps up the protection as well, rejuvenating my body to give it exactly what it needs to function at its fullest, especially from all the depletion we do in our daily lives. Exercise, mental exertion, and even releasing bodily fluids. All of these things are part of our well-being. And as you keep depleting them, you start to get the long-term effects of this over time, like losing or graying hair, wrinkled skin, less energy, less youthfulness. But this incredible adaptogen really replenishes that life force energy. And this one here is Schisandra berry. It contains the 3 Taoist treasures, Jing, Qi, and Shen. Jing is especially great for guys who have a history of that body fluid release that I mentioned earlier, doing it way too much in their lifetime. This herb is incredible for men and women because it has some super powerful blood flow benefits, but it also has some serious benefits for that extracurricular time with your partner, like men lasting longer, women getting more blood flow and then in turn stimulation, and other liquids, especially for her. But that is not why it is part of my daily stack. And there's also a very crucial benefit here, and that is nitric oxide, baby, a little bit of NO. But the real deal here is that Schisandra chinensis has been shown to increase the specific pathways, the cGMP and the cAMP, that trigger nitric oxide production. So obviously a big reason I take this berry every day is due to the positive effect it has on nitric oxide. Because nitric oxide is a critical vasodilator that regulates blood flow, vascular tone, and overall cardiovascular health. It is produced primarily by endothelial cells lining blood vessels, and it acts as a signaling molecule to relax smooth muscle, improve circulation, and reduce vascular resistance. And it's not just that, the mental gains are big here too. I'm really prioritizing making sure that my brain is operating at the top of its game, because I know just how important that brain-body connection is. So I take Schisandra daily for the antidepressive effect and the cognitive benefit effect it has been shown to have in this study. And the science is really incredible, but another thing I like to remember here is the tried and true tradition of this herb. How it is something that has been used for thousands of years in Chinese medicine and has had popular use in Japan, Russia, Korea, and still in China to this day. Now, the important part, what to look out for, since we now know that not all herbs are created equal. First things first, make sure you're getting the berry and not the seeds and stems. The more bitter and less sweet Schisandra it is, the more benefits it'll tend to have. And you should also be aware that there's 25 species of Schisandra, but there is only one Schisandra chinensis. Most of them, unfortunately, are oxidized and come spray dried with maltodextrin. This spray drying technique increases the heat to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which tends to heat off or denature all of the beneficial compounds. And these compounds are lignans like schizandrin A, schizandrin B, which are what gives schizandra so much of its benefit, along with that distinct color and taste. Now, this is one of the most impressive benefits. These lignans have been shown to activate intercellular glutathione and nicotinamide. Glutathione being an incredible antioxidant, brain protector, and performance enhancer. And nicotinamide being incredible for the brain, skin, and heart. Not to mention the powerful liver protective benefits. As I said earlier, this does help in the production and increase of certain fluids in multiple departments. It helps delay, and this is due to the oxytocin effects. So the big takeaway with Schisandra berry is boosting crucial nitric oxide, protecting the brain, protecting the liver, and rejuvenating the body through production and stimulation of essential bodily compounds, with a cool oxytocin benefit in there as well. Now, this next herb is really the secret weapon. This is for when things get tough. This herb gives you that fortitude to keep going, keep pushing forward, and letting you know when it's time to rest, to not overreact, and to just be present in the moment. This is pearl powder. And man, this one is special. It has its beginnings to over 1,500 years ago, to a Chinese empress who had the radiance of a young woman at 65 years young. But it is for so much more than just beauty. Don't let that part fool you. It is a nice benefit. And since it is from pearl, it creates calcium similar to how the body does, regulating this naturally so it reaches a balance. So you're not ending up over-calcifying and getting all stiff like when taking most calcium supplements. The pearl has also been shown to improve bone health through bioavailable magnesium and calcium. But it goes much deeper than just that. It actually helps provide the genetic expression of bone mineral density strengthening. This also provides the balance for those who are repairing skin through any injury or working out or just years of wear and tear. And it does this through the type 3 collagen gene expression. But it must be a low temperature extraction pearl powder to have these benefits. This herb is also a great Shen tonic. This represents our consciousness, mental health, vitality, and presence. And this makes perfect sense due to pearl powder's high antioxidant levels, which helps scavenge free radicals. And in traditional Chinese medicine, pearl works on the heart and liver as well, and is usually prescribed to those who have high stress lives affecting their internal organs. I personally like taking this herb in my daily stack due to its stoic-like effects. And this is to do with the neurochemicals that pearl powder has been shown to actually induce. And sleep is not forgotten here either. The world's greatest drug is sleep. So I take this to optimize that process as well, with pearl powder allowing the body to naturally adapt and achieve homeostasis with GABA production, which is a very valuable anti-anxiety neurotransmitter. So a low temperature extraction pearl powder is an absolute essential for me. It just makes complete sense, and it really focuses on recovery. While most people are out here trying to amp themselves up, they're forgetting to supplement and support the rest and relaxation of their systems, so that those systems can be in peak performance when they're actually in use. And now here it is, the big one, baby. The unsung hero. One that I think everybody should be taking every single day. This one is Hushu Wu, the Hai Jing herb. This one is incredibly powerful for epigenetics, which is how your DNA and genetics actually reacts to your environment. Have low energy or brain fog? Hushu Wu replenishes people leaking their energy through over-exercising, lack of sleep, and overstress. Some of the scientific benefits of Hushu Wu come from the anthraquinones and the stilbenes, and these are great for the kidneys and the adrenals. It helps build energy reserves, helps mitigate free radical cells with strong antioxidant properties, and it also inhibits the production of the monoamine oxidase enzyme. This uptakes dopamine and allows for a more efficient response to stress. Now, you really need to make sure you get the right one here, as there is some experience out there where Hushu Wu actually causes liver damage. Now, there is a huge difference between properly prepared Hishu Wu and the raw root. This is like the difference between a fermented vegetable and just eating the vegetable raw. Quality and process of this root is crucial as well, just like the other herbs I mentioned. But this one is especially particular because you can have one of the best herbs for you if done correct, or something that actually may not be very beneficial for you if gotten through a lazy or cheap method. What you need to find is the 4-year matured roots stewed in black bean. And then this is then extracted 3 times, filtered, and then air dried. And in today's day and age, most conventional processes are from the raw root. And this includes single steaming, high pressure processing, and microwave processing. Avoid these at all costs. The experts say that these methods are way less effective, and they are the exact reason why there has been an increase in the liver toxicity that hasn't been around for the thousands of years that Hishu Wu was prepared traditionally. And make sure it is tested to be pesticide-free and GMO-free. And funny enough here, as it turns out, properly prepared Hishu Wu actually has healing and protective benefits of the liver. Getting the right quality and prepared Hishu Wu has been clinically shown to be hepatoprotective. And another big reason why I personally take this herb every day is due to its benefits on cholesterol levels. Cholesterol is not only super important for hormone production, but it also plays a very major role in cleaning out the body and ensuring that all is properly healing throughout the body. And there's another really cool benefit here that is really just an added bonus, and that is that Hishu Wu stimulates natural hair growth and natural hair color. It increases hair growth from male pattern baldness, and it makes hair fuller, thicker, and darker, as you can see here. And this has to do with the Jing energy rejuvenation that so many people are depleted in. But also the research backs this up, showing how Hishu Wu has compounds that are essential and beneficial for hair growth. These are some incredible effects, but the crucial part here is what you take Hishu Wu with, as it helps detox the liver and kidney while allowing the body to absorb more nutrients and herbs more efficiently and effectively. Hishu Wu has been prescribed in traditional Chinese medicine to help improve REM, or rapid eye movement sleep as well, which is the same time that good old testosterone is produced. And this has brain boosting benefits too, allowing for more acetylcholine in the brain synapses. This leads to more acetylcholine concentration and productivity in the brain, leading to cognitive benefits. And these are all the reasons why these 4 herbs have made it into my daily stack. The research just continues to back up what a lot of traditional medicine practitioners have known for ages. And those herbs really give you that extra edge. They allow you to really go after the day, to take action, and make the most out of your well-being and confidence. But we also know it is very difficult to find these ingredients at a high quality. And of course, you can find cheap versions of these herbs on Amazon and other supplement sites, but I highly recommend against that. And even if you do, it can be very, very expensive to buy them individually. So Aphro-D is really my best recommendation here. It's third-party tested, they've shipped out millions and millions of bottles worldwide, and it's only available from the official website. And it's great that they really cut out the middleman and go directly to the consumer here, because that way you know that you're getting the best cost to quality possible. And of course, I am a customer myself and noticed many huge benefits of Aphro-D. I've personally been taking it for years and years. I was able to triple my free testosterone and bring my beautiful baby girl into this world. And I personally know the founders, Farhan and Imran. And I have personally been to the facility where it's made in the United States. And I've thoroughly read all the third-party tests myself. I did all of the OCD for you. There should be a button below this video to click and order some Aphro-D. And if you want more information, you can always jump on YouTube to see more of the success stories. So again, click the link below if you're keen to try it out for yourself. Thanks for watching.